The audience does have some questions for you. I'm going to ask a couple of these.
Oh, this will be fun.
Do you have a favorite film of all time? Belinda would like to know.
It depends on the genre.
What comes to mind?
What age I was when I saw the
What's your genre of choice? Is there...
You know what? This is going to sound... Favorite film of all time was the one that made my eyes pop wide open. It was 1977. Our family lived in Holland. We would go to London for holidays. I was in Leicester Square at the Odeon, and I saw a matinee of this new movie called Star Wars. I think I told myself, this is the best movie of all time.
We got to get you in one of those. They're still making those, Brendan. What did the end of the movie mean to you? This is an audience that has experienced the film. What does the end of Rental Family mean to you?
It means that you're enough, and you always were. Maybe you didn't know it, but you needed to take the journey to make that discovery, and the only way that you can make the discovery is to look within. And when you do peer into that temple, whatever that is in your life and world, and you see a reflection of yourself, be grateful for who you are. You're good enough. You really are. Feel confident. That, and darn, that guy got me from the great beyond. He's really good, isn't he?
This question is, how long did you stay in Japan and prep for the Japanese language and culture?
I took language lessons with a tutor from NYU online and Zoom calls for a couple of months before we set out in the spring of that year. I promptly forgot everything I was taught once I arrived in Japan because, theory, practice. But I was able to... I'm lucky I have a talent for mimicry, but that's not enough, really. And I was struggling with it. It's a challenging language, but once you get your head around a few simple ideas and pronunciations, then it actually becomes quite fun in a sense. But if you mispronounce a syllable here and there, it has a completely different meaning, or it's gibberish. So that's you don't want that. So I made sure that I was well learned for the dialogue that I needed to be responsible for. And I didn't want to just learn the sounds of the words to my Western mind and sensibility. I remembered that if you think, imagine that, think the thoughts of what the words mean, then they came to me so much more easily. I had excellent, guidance along the way from Hikari.
This isn't from the audience, but I'm curious about this. At this point, is there a director that's eluded you? Is there someone that you've always kind of been waiting for the call or tried to manifest? Like, who's on the short list for you at this point? Scorsese was probably there, so you knocked that one off.
Well, yeah, gosh, when that offer came in, I was like, Fraser? Brendan Fraser? Like, really? So check that box. Can I go back in time?
Yeah.
Like Ford or something like that is what I would have liked.
Classic, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of folks out there, and I know you're probably not going to be able to say anything, but I'm obligated, want to see you in a Mummy sequel. And there is indeed real talk out there, if you believe the news, that a filmmaking group called Radio Silence, very talented, is directing a Mummy sequel, and that you may be involved. If I'm putting money on this, Brendan, am I going to cash out? Am I going to make money on Brendan Fraser returning to the Mummy franchise?
Okay, cough once for yes, twice for no.
Exactly. Exactly. One cough.
Settle down.
He didn't say anything, guys. Here's my one follow-up. I mean, if that were to happen at some point, the last time you shot one of those, you're a 40-year-old man, and the stunts are real, man. Yeah. Is that a consideration?
Absolutely. That's what they have stuntmen for. One of my favorite things to say is, dude, you're going to be awesome in this shot. Really? Okay. Brendan said so.
I only do this with actors that have amazing filmographies. This is going to be tough on you, Brendan, but I'm going to make you pick the greatest Brendan Fraser movie of all time. I'm going to pick some movies against each other. This is just for today. This is in the moment right now. Gut, okay? We're going to anoint the top one. Encino Man versus School Ties.
I'm a School Ties man. A School Ties man.
Okay, School Ties. Mummy versus George of the Jungle. Okay, all right. We're all on the same team, guys.
I'm sorry, I just short-circuited. I'm going to go with the Mummy.
Okay. Gods and Monsters versus The Quiet American.
Ouch, man, you play dirty.
I know, it's rough. It's rough.
For its relevancy to our everyday world about politics and meddling in it and staying out of it, I'm going to stay away from The Quiet American. I'm going to go with Gods and Monsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crash versus The Whale.
The Whale.
Okay, now we have School Ties versus The Mummy.
I'm going to have to change a spark plug-in. The Mummy.
Okay.
Everybody liked The Mummy.
And then Gods and Monsters versus The Whale.
The Whale.
And for all the marbles, Brendan, The Whale versus The Mummy.
Forgive me, Darren, for I have sinned. The Mummy.
There are no wrong answers. Everybody won. We end Happy, Sad, Confused, this podcast of mine with the profoundly random questions. You ready, Brendan?
As I ever will be.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Like the murmurs. Do you collect anything? What do you collect?
Oh, archery supplies. Arrows. Yeah.
Really? Okay. That's a new one. Do you have a favorite video game of all time?
Oh, hell yes. It's Zelda Breath of the Wild. Not to be outdone by Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, I didn't know.
And by the way, if anybody knows how to get more bomb flowers.
Still a gamer to this day, or was that?
Oh, heck yeah. I was charging up my Nintendo Switch on the bedside table in my hotel room as we speak. As I wore it out on the plane on the way in.
What's the most amount of hours? To what game have you spent the most time?
It probably would be Zelda.
The Dakota Johnson Memorial question, she asked me this, I ask everybody, would you rather have a mouthful of bees or one bee in your butt?
Ooh, wow. I'm going to go with the butt bee.
Yep. What's the wallpaper on your phone?
My son, Holden, who's at NYU. He's in his third year at film school now, and darn, he's handsome.
Where'd he get that from?
The FedEx guy?
The last actor you were mistaken for was?
I still don't know who this guy is, because I was doing a reshoot with for Harold Ramis's film Bedazzled. It was, thanks. And there was a sequence that the studio thought was too hot for an audience, because just real quickly, it's the story of Faustus, and Elliot makes a deal with the devil, who's tricking him at every turn, Liz Hurley plays the devil, by the way. You know, perks of the job, right? And she says, you know what you need? You need to be a bad boy. That's what you want. He says, yeah, I want to be really famous. And so she goes, all right, you got it. And suddenly he's a rock star, and they filled a stadium in Los Angeles with rockers, and we did a rock number, and we went backstage. It was like Spinal Tap, and the studio saw it, and I don't know, they must have like wet their pants or something. They was like, no, we can't put that out there. And they said, no, you have to reshoot that scene. And I was disappointed because I thought it was really pretty cool. It's an Easter egg. You can find it somewhere. Anyway, so instead, I was going to be Abraham Lincoln, yeah, on that day, other than that, how it was the show, Mrs. Lincoln moment. And so if you've seen the movie, then yeah, that's what happens. Elliot becomes Abraham Lincoln. So I had to get full-on transformational prosthetic makeup on. And I was in the car being driven to our set. I was in London at the time in England shooting the second Mummy movie. And we were shooting in Richmond at this little old Victorian theater. And they were stopping, traffic in the neighborhood to let cars in or out if you belonged or if you didn't. And we pulled up and there was a cop there. And he said, stop, and I was in the back, tricked out like Lincoln, with the full-on stove, hat and everything. And my driver, Nigel, he's quite a wind-up kind of guy, he said, yeah, who's in this movie? And the cop says, oh, yeah, what's his name? It's Robert Markson. I was like, what? No, it's not. Who the hell is Robert Markson? But like he couldn't figure. It was me. I'm like, it's Brendan Fraser. But I'm wearing Lincoln makeup, and he doesn't believe me because I don't look like Brendan Fraser. So I guess in a way I got mistaken for myself.
And Robert Markson went on to become
an alias. I guess now I will never use again.
Exactly. What's the worst note a director has ever given you, Brendan?
The worst note. Oh, the worst note. I try to filter those out, to be honest.
What's not helpful? What don't you want to?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Stephen Sommers in The Mummy. He would say, he'd set up a shot, a big one, and he'd go, ready, and don't suck! Action! Running, crashing, camels exploding, I was like, really? Do you think I'm going to choose right now to not suck? Or to suck?
And finally, Brendan, in the spirit of happy, sad, confused, an actor who always makes you happy, you see them on screen, you're in a better mood, would be?
Chaplin.
Nice.
Buster Keaton. Any of the silent film stars, pretty much. And I'm always glad to see Bugs Bunny. Who I've worked with.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
And he's actually a really cool guy.
Yeah, I've heard that.
On the other hand, Daffy Duck's an asshole.
A movie that makes you sad, always brings you to tears.
Oh, I'm not going to say Old Yeller. No, a movie that's sad that always brings me to tears is Old Yeller. No, I don't know if I have one of those, honest. But then again, I cry when I see shaving commercials. So,
So the bar is low.
Yeah, it's pretty low. Yeah. I'm a pushover.
And a food that makes you confused, Brendan. You don't get it. Why do people eat that food?
Oh, yeah. That one's called natto.
I don't know what that is. Well, tell me.
It's a Japanese food. It's soybeans fermented.
I see.
And it's got this consistency of little lumps, and it sort of has tendrils that come from when you stretch it apart. I mean, it's really cool looking, but
Sure.
It smells like ass, and why would you want to put that in your mouth? I'm like, I hear it's very healthy for you. There's a respect to those who live for the natto. I am not a natto man.
Everything else about Japanese culture we love. We're celebrating it with Rental Family.
That and poi in Hawaii. Is that what it's called?
Oh, that sounds
poi, the sort of bitter, white, goopy.
So it's consistency. It's weird.
I think it's that. Flavors and weird consistencies. Yeah, that's not what I need.
Fair enough. We're going to end positive. This movie is fantastic. Congratulations. I want you guys, I know you will, spread the good word. Movies like this need support. Tell 5 friends. Rental Family in theaters November 21st. And man, thank you so much for sharing your career, your life with us. Continued success to the one and only Brendan Fraser, everybody.
Thank you. get into Wicked, I'm your guy. Bye.